Hey Pokemon fans, Goldrake here. Sorry for the whole week. Episode 6 of the Pokemon series, where we learned where Ash had his first. But to recap, and we got Brock as a companion, and it just shows how different everything was back. How it was when we started.
And romantic?
People say that a huge meteor crashed into the mountain back in historic times.
Okay, yeah, so that's interesting.
Really? Meteor is called the Moonstone.
Oh, now that's romantic.
Wait, so in the anime, the Moonstone is actually more of a fragment of a meteorite? That's in how weird it is. How common it is to find Zubat near caves. Seriously, it really is weird.
This is no time for jokes. That guy needs our help.
You're right, I'm sorry. Pikachu, Thundershock!
Pete?
What? Wait, why is this so slow? Wait, is the flashing lights really that difficult to see? Man, wait, epilepsy. Yep, huh. The frame rate.
I'm alive! I'm alive!
Man, you know, it's actually kind of missed the whole over-exaggeration bits in animes like this. Though, maybe it's kind of more difficult with whole... Is the animation techniques really that more difficult nowadays? Maybe I kind of will look into it or something. Wait, why is a scientist doing this and not... Why is it only a lone scientist doing this? Why not actually why not have couldn't he have talked to a local Jenny or something?
Found the place of the legendary rock from space.
Wait, is this more like, as the Pokemon anime has gone on, how is it, is this more like how is it, you would think with how long the Pokemon has been around, that the Moonstone would actually be more localized? Or is it more like, they didn't actually...
Studied its fragments for many an hour and discovered it increases a Pokemon's power.
Okay, so I was right actually, and so I actually was right when I was talking about the Moonstones we see in the game are actually more like fragments of the original meteorite.
Here,
The Moonstone?
ever since I was a little boy, I believed the Pokemon came to Earth from outer space.
That actually it doesn't actually it's not actually that stupid, considering we now have Pokemon like Deoxys, Miniorant, and that stuff. Yeah, no, but in the old series does make you question these kinds of stuff.
Space?
Yes, and where you ask is the spacecraft that brought them to Earth in this cave?
It's actually it's stuff like this that make me feel like how out of left field that the original Pokemon series was. How out of left field the original Pokemon series and anime sometimes was.
You agree with me, don't you?
Clefairy.
Hey, Clefairy. Wait, how is it holding the Moonstone but not evolving right away, considering it's been established? It has been established that as soon as a Pokemon touches their evolution stone, they evolve right away. Wait, maybe I should just check it out or something.
Well, very few have ever been seen by humans.
You can't.
Okay, seriously. For all this time, I've never really... Now that I've actually looked into this and watched it, there is always always an outside interference that stops Ash from catching Pokemon that he's sure. Seriously, have you ever noticed that? Because I never have. I haven't never noticed that a lot. Only kind of recently after watching some videos or stuff. But now that I'm reacting to it, it's really different.
Prepare to fight.
Don't you guys ever get tired of saying the same things over and over?
It's kind of actually weird. They actually are aware of how repetitive the motto actually is at this point. No, I actually never thought about it that. Maybe he's actually more aware of this stuff more than I thought.
You put the lights in this cave. It's your fault the Pokemon who live here are so confused.
Wait. Okay, so wait. Is this more like some kind of Moonstone has some kind of secondary effect or something? Because that's not how the Moonstone works. Okay, seriously, how does that actually work?
Keep an eye on Seymour and Clefairy. Make a run for it when you get the chance.
Right.
Okay, wait. Why isn't Misty pulling out her Pokemon? Wait, is this more like she doesn't actually have access? She doesn't actually have access to all her Pokemon or something. Does Misty actually have her? Does Misty actually have her Pokemon bag in this? Oh wait. Oh wait. She does actually have. Wait, Zubat? So this is where the frame where Zubat. So wait, this is where the whole thing with Zubat actually appears? Wait, did they actually explain where he caught it? Did he just caught him off screen or something?
A Zubat!
I captured it just before we entered the cave.
Oh, okay, so that explains it. That explains. You know, for years I always thought he actually did catch it off screen. He just caught it. Just caught one. The last one's that failed to escape in time.
Oh, I should have caught one.
I didn't actually think of to catch one of them, considering how on site it actually was for the Clefairy. It's kind of weird.
Smog attack.
Oh wait, I just realized this is in the actual first double battle in the entire anime, or at least this is the first tag team battle that in the anime. You know, it's actually really weird. It's really weird now that I think about it.
Whirlwind now!
Zubat, double team now! What's this?
Wait, did Brock say double team or something? Wait, they might have actually. No. Or maybe I said actually more like copy. Maybe it was something different in the Japanese. I might want to look that up, I guess, at some point. Whoa. But wait, you know, that doesn't actually look that painful now.
Butterfree!
You'd think that Brock being a gym leader would actually have no trouble with it. Or does this mean that... Oh, wait, maybe it's more like the whole thing with Brock's not used to his new Pokemon. And with Zubat and all, and he doesn't know how he moves that well.
Go Supersonic!
Kind of neat that it actually did that.
Fairy, come back!
Meowth got you now.
Wait, how did Meowth get out there so fast? But he couldn't actually dig his way out, considering Meowth's not able to learn any new moves. Oh, wait, did Team Rocket actually make another exit or something somewhere? Yeah, it's probably that they made a new exit somewhere, but only they knew about it.
Meowth, I'm sure we can be reasonable about this. No, we can't.
Not so fast, Meowth.
Okay, so this is where she decides to pull out her Pokemon. So what's it gonna be? Oh hey, it's Staryu! Staryu's first appearance is here. You know, I actually kind of forgot this is where Staryu's first appearance is.
Staryu, swift attack. Meow.
Wait, this is also the first time we see Swift?
Water gun, Staryu.
But you know, it's interesting that this is the first time we actually see. Wait, how does that work with? So how does that work? Does Staryu just actually have only one? Like, do all Staryu only have like a little hole or something in all of the end of its? Or is it just that one? Seriously, how is that possible?
Hi, Meowth. Have a nice trip.
Made from my own secret recipe. The ingredients are specially blended for each Pokemon.
I wonder how this actually works now in modern context. You know, I wonder what would happen if we had maybe actually, I wonder how this would work if we started making it with berries or something.
The taste.
I've been developing it for years.
I forgot that Brock's the one who actually made his own stuff, so I guess that actually does fall in line with the whole being a caretaker. Not only of his siblings, but also of his Pokemon.
Try some. Not bad.
Really? Taste. Oh.
You know, actually, this kind of actually, stuff like this actually answers that. when it comes down to it, people in Pokemon actually have similar tastes and stuff like this. No, it's actually kind of neat now that it's actually neat learning about all this stuff and actually thinking about it.
You might not like it, but the Pokemon sure do.
Clefairy. Pikachu?
You know, the early seasons, during this, that they kind of always emphasize Pikachu talking. That only scenes of Pokemon only talking.
Clefairy.
Pikachu makes friends so easily. I wonder what they're talking about. Us.
Clefairy.
It's another cave.
Cave or something. Or maybe the main entrance. Whoa!
It's the...
I forgot how big of it is. Despite how big this moonstone is, or moon comet, maybe it's actually more like better called a moon meteorite. There has to be more than one. And if this is a meteorite, how does the other meteorite objects how do they differentiate from all the other from the moon this to the other meteorites items that you find in the world?
core of the moonstone.
Wait, the core? How is that in... Wait, so they're saying this whole thing is the moonstone? Yeah, man, it's just weird. So that explains why it wasn't possible. It wasn't fully charged, or it wasn't. That's the reason why it didn't. It's more like you need all the fragments, at least in this version. Or they needed all the fragments or something to actually fully charge it. Or maybe it wasn't like complete or something.
There are so many of them.
You know, it's actually weird now. Now that you could actually see this stuff, multiple Pokemon in the same time in the games. Now, kind of actually, it is weird that you can actually see so many Pokemon in the games now. But you can actually catch and see so many Pokemon in the wild in the game. But it's more like it was more natural here.
Clefairy, fairy, Clefairy.
I think it's saying hello.
It looks to me a little more like it's actually saying thank you for helping it gather the moonstone. Or at least helping the Clefairy that found the last fragment to make it complete.
Amazing. These Clefairy formed their own society. This is an incredible...
Considering that Pokemon are actually considered to be as smart as humans, it wouldn't. You know, it actually isn't that weird that they would actually have this society, have a community that's actually similar enough.
Clefairy collect all of these rocks and
Pika.
do the Macarena.
You know, it's actually kind of weird that how big of a thing that thing was. It actually does explain that Ash and Pikachu, they're not always on the same page of this stuff. It really is funny.
A pickup truck?
Racing.
You know, wait, what was with that weird edit? Seriously, what is with Misty's? Was that some kind of weird animation frame or something?
I got it. Pika. Sounds like grazing.
The Clefairy like raisins?
Wow. You know, I actually didn't realize how high Pikachu can jump sometimes, though.
Prayer!
Pikachu.
The Clefairy pray to the moonstone.
Pikachu.
Yeah. Moon meteorite to be some kind of sacred object, though. It wouldn't actually be that weird. It wouldn't actually be that weird, considering it allows them to evolve.
The heavens?
Then maybe the legends are true. Maybe the moonstone really did come from space.
Considering how ancient times were in Pokemon, I would think that would be that weird.
Space, Pokemon, and the human race will ride the moonstone into space. First to the moon.
You know, haven't people in Pokemon already gone to the moon, or are you like saying that wasn't possible back then? But consider they actually have spaceships or something Seriously, how does that actually work?
I think we've been threatened.
The Moonstone belongs to the Clefairy.
You know, considering his whole deal with using the moonstone, what Steven said about you, using a moonstone to travel to space. Having Team Rocket appear, considering the whole deal is having Rocket in their name, it kind of actually does fit in with that whole thing.
Sounds like a win. I'll show you.
Seymour!
You know, they're just funny, but considering. But how would it actually go out? We always seen that thing, so he was just willing to just charge straight into them. That's just funny.
My glasses. I can't see a thing.
Hey, a Scooby-Doo reference.
Onyx, let's go!
Hey! Hey, Onyx! You know, you'd think Brock would actually use Onyx a lot more than you would think. It's just, seriously, it's just really weird.
Let's show them that size does.
Pikachu right on top of Onyx is actually kind of a good strategy considering Onyx is actually immune to Pikachu's attacks. Unless he sprinkles water. But seriously, how does that actually work? Seriously. That's like the only time we've ever actually seen that dousing a Pokemon, a rock type or a ground type in water, makes it vulnerable to electric type Pokemon, or at least electric type attacks. Seriously, how is that possible?
Pidgeotto, whirlwind the smoke!
And here's Ash actually using Pidgeotto for its most well known for. It's using him as a way to deal with Team Rocket's whole smokescreen attacks. And popping their balloons, but...
Huh? The Moonstone is gone!
Wow! You know, with all the digging experience Team Rocket actually has, I forgot they actually have that. They really are that fast at digging. Seriously, it's really weird. But, wait, wait, if they're actually that fast with digging, why don't they actually just do that all the time? Just using the smoke screen to get away all the time. Oh, maybe the writers actually didn't consider that or something. But seriously.
All right, Onyx, follow them underground.
Now, when Pokemon actually use dig, it's more like for an offensive type thing. When you tell someone to do it, it's more like they're doing actually a natural thing. But if you command them to do dig, it's more like they're using it as a natural offensiveness, as more like a way to actually to attack something or defend. But if they're not doing it, if you don't command them to do it, it's more like a natural thing they do.
Nice guys always.
Finish last.
We just went from worst to first. Heh.
Whoa! I sometimes forget how fast some Pokemon are, especially ground types, though. Is it for ground types and rock types when they use dig? Is it like when aquatic Pokemon use swim or something? It's like swimming water or something? If you're interested in seeing this, comment down below to tell me what you think on this.
Grab them now! Coughing, counterattack! Coughing!
A simple, how is it supposed to counterattack? Coughing doesn't know. Counter has not been introduced in this continent. How strong actually is coughing? Whoa. Okay. How strong actually is coughing that they are able to do that? Onyx wasn't actually that high level in the original. It wasn't actually that high level, so maybe they're actually more like an equal match during this time. Here comes Metronome.
Their fingers.
This way and that way.
You know, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun the way Arbok actually doing that. Considering snakes are no, Ekans. It's kind of funny that Ekans is actually doing that. Considering snakes are, if you wave something in front of them, they are known to mimic it. It's kind of funny.
I'm getting dizzy.
This is an attack the Clefairy used called the metronome. I've never
How does
seen
that
the
work?
Clefairy use the metronome before. Who knows what'll happen?
You know, it's funny that that Seymour is actually talking in with the beat of it. It really is funny. Wait. Whoa! Wait, did Metro cause them to use self-destruct or something? Or was that eruption move did Metronome cause them to use?
Metronome!
I give it 2 thumbs down.
Meow 3!
All the moonstones were scattered around all of Kanto or something? Seriously. So that's how the moonstone got its power. After it was all assembled, then it was charged up, and then it got its power to help the Clefairy evolve into Clefable? Seriously, how does that work? Okay. Oh yeah. Wait, is this the first time we see a mass evolution at such a scale, at least? At scale. Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I think that actually is.
Clefable, an advanced form of Clefairy.
Wait, did Dexter say it was an advanced form and not the evolved form? Is that some kind of weird mistranslation or something? Considering we learn, it was said that evolved into Metapod in like episode 2, and it was in episode 3. So they collected all the scattered pieces and just put them in all together.
It's been my life's dream to find the Moonstone. Someday I will travel to the stars with the Clefairy.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. They actually ever decided, maybe it's more better that they turned Seymour into someone who actually who feels as they was researching the Moonstone and how it relates to the outer space and its origin.
So long, Seymour. Goodbye, Clefairy.
Goodbye, Ash. Goodbye, Pikachu. And thank you all.
This road leads to Cerulean City. Well, I guess we're headed the
And there we see hints of... No. And there we see a hint of what's to come with Misty and her connection to Cerulean City.
right way. And there's something else scribbled here.
Yeah, well, they say some
Wait,
kids like to write
what's
silly
that
notes.
weird animation error? Yeah. Yeah, it says, that's Ash without his glove on. Okay, who did catch that? So, okay, seriously, who didn't catch that there?
Gary was here. Loser! Oh, that... Oh, shut...
And there they are back again. Okay, seriously, what was with the weird animation error with that Ash without his gloves?
He'll never learn.
And so Ash
And here comes Ash, no, here comes Pikachu exasperated with Ash. You know, I think Pikachu actually had a bit more personality in the during the original run.
here for the next Pokemon.
All right, that's it, Pokemon fans. There was a lot of firsts in this episode. Some funny moments and some moments I kind of question. So, comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me what you thought about this episode, and maybe you can answer some of my questions down in the comments. But see you later.